Good morning. I figured out halfway through the night, I was like, what hurts? My back was hurting, my butt was hurting. Turns out, I'm pretty sure that I parked up on a root or something, and it was going right through my pad into my back, into my spine. It smarted pretty good all night. Morning entry log, day 9, September 19th. Happy birthday to me! I am now 31 years old today. What a way to ring it in. Sticks up my ass. So the plan today, celebrate my big 30. Pardon me while I'm not making eye contact, because I'm looking at my phone as well so I can get the names right for you. My goal is to shoot down to Woolwich, maybe a little bit further than Woolwich, like McElhatton. That will be my goal. There's a few vistas on the way there to see. Total, I'm looking at like 2 options. One is the J. Woods Rich Shelter, which is just before McElhatton, and then the next one was 18 miles Henry Run. It's a toss down between those two, but that's the plan. I got an early start right now. It's about 6:30, and I'm gonna start getting packed up, head out, and try and make some tracks. But it'd be cool if I can get to town, and I want to try and find a wine store or something, buy a bottle of wine, maybe a little snack, and kind of celebrate my birthday a little bit with some goodies. So we'll see what kind of tracks we can make, what kind of fun items we can find, and see if we can't have a good evening tonight. Whew. Nothing like some cold, damp socks in the morning. Alright, we're pretty much all packed up here. I just gotta put my tent away and may stop up at the restroom, get some water. We'll be good to go. We're getting really quick on this teardown, I say. I left camp, I got up into the mountain a little bit, not terribly high yet. The thought ran through my mind about how cold it is and how chilled I am. And I really don't feel like getting sick, and I haven't had fruit or any kind of vitamin C really. And you can already see like the dark lines and poofy eyes. So the plan, I stopped up on the mountaintop here. There's a nice flat spot. There are tons of these little pine trees everywhere growing, which is perfect because the nice new young growth on pine trees is full of vitamin C and nutrients. So my plan is just pluck a few of these off, get a nice handful, and put it in the pot and make myself a pine tea and drink that up. It'll warm me up, get me nice and toasty, but it'll also give me some vital nutrients that my body needs to hopefully not get sick. That's the plan. Let's get to it. Well, wouldn't you know, I happened to find another little treat up here. They're called autumn olive bushes, and I found a nice big one here right next to my pine tree, and the berries are edible. So you got little berries on here, nice long leaves, little clusters. Yeah, you can just pick the berries right off and just down the hatch. That's actually very pleasant, and that's also going to go in my tea. So I'll make a pine autumn olive berry tea. Amazing what you can learn out here. right, and then one more lesson. So this pine that I'm getting off of, if you can see it, it has 5 needles. This is all just one little cluster. It's not like a bunch of single needles. So if you find pine trees that have clusters of 5 needles, you can remember it as 5 needles, W-H-I-T-E, white. So that means white pine. And in my researching, there is only one pine that has clusters of 5 needles, and that's the white. And this is actually the best one you want to look for because the white pine has the most nutrients and vitamins out of pretty much all the pines, at least in our area. So this is a great find, great vitamins. Woohoo! Alright, if you're wondering why most all my videos I'm at the stream right there instead of a deep end to refill, it's normally because if you're to put your water bottle in one of these, say these deep ends here, the pools, as soon as you plunge it under, it starts creating a vacuum suction like brrr. And when it does that, it has a chance to stir up sediment on the ground level around it, and you're much more likely to get floaters and sediments in your water. Whereas over there and right there in that little stream cascading down, if you can get it to an angle where your water bottle is angled up towards that stream, most all that water is filtered. It's free flowing down. A lot of the times it's catching on the moss or the rocks that it's coming through up further, and the moss will actually act as like filter to catch debris and all that as it's coming through. 90%, I'd say about 90% of the time it comes through like crystal clear, maybe one tiny piece of debris, but it's a lot cleaner than if I were to plunge it in the pools. Usually that's more of like a 60% chance you'll get it clean instead of debris filled. So if you were wondering, that's why I do that. Is this so poorly? Oh my gosh. Tell you, some of these sections are bullshit. These are pain. They're stuck everywhere. All down my legs, my boots. I am literally covered in sticky sticks, and they are a pain in the ass to get off. It takes forever. It's like glue. They're not like velcroed on like burdock. It really is like glue. It's annoying. It's gonna take me forever to get these things off, so I'm just gonna wait till I get to my destination and do it in the evening rather than waste daylight now. Look at that. From a dirty looking source, almost 100% free of debris. Did you see that? Did you see it? That was to prove my point. That was a little trickle fall, and the rock was covered in what looked like, at first glance, dirty, muddy moss. I put my water bottle right up to it, let it all flow right into the bottle, and it was almost 100% clean. That is what I'm talking about. It might even look dirty, but that moss is amazing at cleaning out debris, and I still got pure water off of that. me. This trail sucks! Made it. I decided to bypass a mountain and go a side trail that was supposed to go through a valley and meet up. That was the most brutal, awful trail I've ever been on. I nearly died. My legs are scratched completely up. There are nettles everywhere. I almost lost my phone. I'm dehydrated. And I was having a near panic attack because I got to the top of the ridge and I was just dying. And I couldn't find the road that it was supposed to connect into. And my phone is at 18%. This is almost dead. I cannot tell you how happy I am that I am off of that side trail. It is long since abandoned. It shouldn't be on any map. Fucking trails around here need to be taken off maps if they're not in use anymore. That was the worst experience I've ever had the misfortune of doing. Woolwich. Hallelujah. So, made it to the Bald Eagle truck stop, and I'm dead. Whooped. Still have a while to go before I get to my campsite. 4:30, but I needed food and I needed a charge station, so it's like a birthday miracle out of all the shit that has happened today. I came in and I went up to the food place to get chicken, mashed potatoes, and all that. And the owner said that it was all free of charge for me. Oh, I cannot be happier or more thankful for it. So this is what he gave me for free. So I got mashed potatoes, barbecue sauce, and 4 pieces of tenders. So if you're hiking the MST, which I don't recommend you hike the MST, but if you do, this is a good stop. What? This way? Oh shit. Could pitch it right there. Here's what I'm looking for. Evening, y'all. Barely made it to camp, and it was a doozy. So this campsite is very uneven, very sketchy. It's on the other side of a creek, and there's a bunch of rocky, lumpy stuff under me. It's on a knoll. I barely got here in time. I had to use my flashlight to set up, and it was tricky. Super muggy out. I feel miserable, like I'm in nothing but shorts, and I still feel hot, sweaty, sticky. I don't feel much air ventilation at all because it doesn't feel like any breeze is reaching down here. What a birthday. But the upside was that the owners of the gas station did give me free food and free fountain drinks, and it was incredible. It was awesome. And it's not all lost because, whoop, yeah, I got a blue Hawaiian 10% alcohol club tail just for tonight. It'll help the sleep, I think. But yeah, it was a crazy day today. I am broken mentally, physically. The off trail I did to try and shoot around the mountain because I was just too tired to feel like climbing it. So I tried to go around it on a trail. The trail was non-existent, and I had to bushwhack 2 miles through incredibly dense foliage, all of which had nettles in it, which made my legs itch and sting the whole way. And it was just awful. I almost lost my cell phone. If it weren't for me hearing a thunk on the ground, I wouldn't have looked. And it turns out it wasn't even my phone that made that thunk. And I was looking everywhere, frantic for it, couldn't find it. Turns out I had dropped it and lost it about 30 feet back on the trail. And if I hadn't heard that mysterious thunk noise, then I never would have stopped to look for it and realize it was gone. And that would have been back, so I would have lost my GPS, I would have lost my maps, everything. And then I got to the top of the mountain of the no trail, and I couldn't even find the road. I was about to cry. I shit you not, I had tears welling up in my eyes because I was dehydrating, I was tired, I was angry, and where the GPS said there was supposed to be a road, it was 6-foot tall rhododendron grove, and I was freaking out thinking that I had done all that work for nothing, and that I was lost, and I'd have to bushwhack through another 0.8 miles of 6-foot tall rhododendrons to get to where I needed to go. Thankfully, though, I did find the road. Yeah, it's just been a doozy of a day. I can't wait for it to be over. I'm gonna chug this thing and hopefully have a good night's sleep, and then crash at a campground tomorrow. And then I'm gonna rest, relax, do laundry, charge everything completely, and do a grocery store run to restock on food. So that's my plan tomorrow. I think it's like 7, maybe 8 miles tomorrow. So, alright, this is day 9, evening journal entry, September 19th. I'm signing off and going to bed.